Numero Quattro in our Godzilla-thon, Mothra vs. Godzilla, released in 1964. A typhoon washes an egg upshore, but it ain't just any egg, it's Mothra's egg. And so, reporter Ichiro Sakai, played by Akira Takarada, photographer Junko Nakashini, hopefully I pronounced that right, played by Yuriko Hoshi, and Professor Shunsuke Miura, played by Hiroshi Kizumi, investigate. Unfortunately, a business tycoon called Kumayama, played by Yoshifumi Tajima, buys the egg for his firm, ironically called Happy Enterprises, and uses it for an amusement park. Later that night, as Kumiyama discusses with his financial backer, Jiro Tsuruhata, played by Kenji Sahara, the Shobijin, played by Emi and Yumi Ito, aka the Peanuts, try to convince him to return the egg. But they're complete jerks. They then meet up with our heroes and reveal to them that the egg was actually buried underground for a few years before the typhoon unearthed it. Unfortunately, Mothra doesn't get the egg and she leaves. Mothra's egg is then incubated and the amusement park is opened. Also, earlier in the movie, they found a scale which looks to be from Godzilla, and they find it's highly radioactive. They track it to the beach, where around 33 minutes in, Godzilla makes his appearance known, and he goes on the stereotypical rampage. Our trio visits Infant Island, or what's left of it, and try to ask the natives for the borrowation of Mothra. But due to everything that's happened, they refuse. Then, Junko and Sakai then go on a little speech on how not everyone is a bad person. And Mothra relents, but the Shobijin warns that it may be her last fight. Meanwhile, Godzilla destroys the JSTF, while Kumiyama confronts Torihata at a hotel and attacks him for scamming him. The two get into a violent fight, with Kumiyama eventually losing, but not before Torihata gets crushed to death by Godzilla. Godzilla then goes to the incubator and tries to destroy the egg, but just short of the hour act, the irresponsible mother, known as Mothra, finally appears. Mothra initially has the upper ground, but Godzilla eventually overpowers her, and Mothra eventually succumbs to death, covering her egg as her final act. A little while later, Godzilla is being absolutely destroyed by electrodes, only being saved when the power is overbearing, and he eventually destroys the electro towers. Meanwhile, the Shobijin continues singing to the egg and eventually hatches into twins. The two Mothra larvae then go after Godzilla, who's going to an island where Godzilla gets absolutely destroyed by the larva Mothra, who, mind you, are probably minutes old at the most. They're covered in silk, and eventually Godzilla tumbles over into the ocean, while the larvae swim home back to Infant Island. Oh, and also, this is the first time that they ever reused a Godzilla suit. The reason is, the water would have slowly damaged the suit, and so they decided to reuse an old one rather than damage the new one. That's actually pretty clever. Overall, the acting is pretty good, and the story is actually pretty good too. And, of course, the monster scenes are incredible. Overall, I rate this movie an 8 out of 10. Go check it out if you can. It's amazing.